But what an episode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we are finally starting to get this monkey rolling right to what a lot of people are trying to get to, which is the fight. So, hey, Mr. Vita Joe, baby. Hey, girl, hey. So we have got to get into it, to get to that. So, Miss Dina, aka Christina's in the building. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, the Whitlows don't up and left us, y'all. They left the retreat before it was even over.
They were not ready for the transparency. Okay. It's
like, I felt like if they would have just stayed and kicked it out, it would have been fine because it looked like that they were getting ready to leave anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they could have just stayed for the part. Monique King is in the building. Hey, girl, hey. Okay. So, yes, the Whitlows don't up and left. Didn't even say goodbye to nobody. Didn't do none of that. Like, they just up and left. They said, I don't know if those were the words, but was it Letitia that said they couldn't take it no more?
Tiffany wrote a message to Letitia on their way out.
So, apparently, Tiffany had a speaking engagement. And, but, that was said before the whole thing, even before they got there. Remember, she said, we could go, but I'm going to have to leave. There's one thing I couldn't figure out how to, reschedule, and I have to go to this. So we did know ahead of time that she did have this engagement. But how they made it seem to Dr. Francis.
She should have told him.
Yeah.
He should have told him that, we are leaving. But her and the husband have been dismissing him all the time. Like, they're not gaining anything from it.
I mean, it's like this. When they first got there, they could have said something.
They should have said,
like, hi, thank you for letting us come. Yes. Out of respect, just want to let you know we can't stay the whole time. So give us what you can give us while we here type of thing. Dr. Francis just felt like they just up and left in a rude way, which really wasn't the case. But I'm sure they was happy to go, though. They was ready to go. They was ready to go.
Right.
They was.
Oh, they were.
I don't know who was more ready between Tiffany and Lewis, actually, because Dr. Francis did get on them pretty good, and they wasn't ready for it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when they had all got together, we see that they're the missing link the morning after. So I don't know if they left in the middle of the night, early the night before, early that morning, or whatever, but they were just gone.
They were gone, baby. They were gone. When they were getting ready for breakfast, they were out. They'll be like,
it was out. Like deuces.
They really were not team players. You can even see, when everybody else is wearing the t-shirt that everybody has been given so that we do this activity, they were not feeling it. I mean, like, if you knew, listen, Tiffany is not Michelle Obama. Like, she had a speaking engagement. Okay. Oh, my earring. Okay. And everybody else.
No one said she was Michelle Obama. No, why you gotta make it so outrageous when it comes to Tiffany?
She'd be acting, I have a speaking engagement. I have this. Listen, all of these women, they're busy. It comes down to what he said. Dr. Francis said that, are you committed? Okay. She was not committed, and yet she wants a child? I mean, priorities, man.
I mean, you could say she wasn't, mind you, sound bad. I think she means the static you got go. Mom, what is up with the static with you, honey?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave and come back because I don't know. I'll leave and come back.
It's the same as usual, but okay. Leave and come back. Y'all killing me with this. It is her Fisher Price microphone. I don't know what it is. We really do need to start a GoFundMe so mine can get a new microphone. because we got to figure out what's going on. We got to correct this. Monique said it's a Buffalo thing. It could be. Maybe it's her area. I don't know what's going on. But mine has been having this static issue for like 2 months now. At first it was she was too low and we couldn't hear. Now we hear just fine, but now it's all staticky. So I don't know. Something, this microphone is just not letting her be great. It just ain't letting her be great. Is her action surprised every time we say this? You know what, Monique? You right. She do act surprised, and then she feels some type of way. Like, do a sound check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. She should know better by now. You're right. Why is she always surprised? I'm gonna ask her that. Why is she always surprised? Anyway, are we drinking responsibly tonight? It is Saturday. Get it going. Cheers. You know what's up in here. Y'all know what's up in there, right? Hold on. If y'all don't know, let me let y'all know. Pour out a little liquor. Pour out a little liquor. And as always, you know it's Commission Reviews crew up in this piece. Don't get it twisted. Okay, I'm acting up. Here she go.
Wait, is that better?
Actually, it is.
You know, I saw something on the setting. It says echo cancellation. So it was on.
It's usually good for it to be on, but you turned it off?
Yeah.
Maybe it's good for yours to be off. You do sound a lot better. Do y'all hear better, y'all?
Are you guys getting me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. Your team lost today. Who your team? Who played? What we watching? What sport?
College football she watches. College football.
Oh, who your team? Yes, you say they better. It's better. Who your team, Ellen? Represent up in his piece. Okay, so back to the show. So we had the girls meet up.
Yeah.
So Kimmy.
Wait. Before you get to that, I loved the way Dr. Francis' wife told like that teacher, oh, you remind me so much of me. I was like, that's what I've been always telling people. She is a woman of substance. Okay. She is grounded. She puts her family first. Okay. So you all go over there hitting. Okay, now let's go ahead.
You sure? I want you to take your time. You know, snap it on and put it on if you want to. Put it on if you need to, Mike. Put that bad boy on. Put it on.
I just didn't want you to miss out on that one because it was very, important conversation.
Yes, it was. It was very sweet. She received it very well. It looked like she almost wanted to cry because she really admired that coming from her. And then I wonder what type of guy was Dr. Francis? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would love to know how their relationship progressed throughout the years. You know, that like they need to write a book. They need to write a book.
I know.
I would definitely read it because I would love to see how they are.
Oh yeah, I would read it any day.
All the Miami Hurricanes. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry they lost. Next time, cheers to them, though.
I'm sorry, Ellen. That's why you are not on my live when I did Ready to Love. You were not there.
Oh, she calling you out, girl. That's what that is. She calling you straight up out. That's what she doing. So, so the girls got together. No Mel, sans Mel. And, Destiny, Miss Destiny,
she got something.
New book. So she acted like she felt some type of way that the girls didn't invite her to the couples retreat. And she didn't even want to tell the girls about her new boo that she has.
So why do you want to be invited? Right.
I don't blame her. You know, especially when you got a fresh new relationship, you introduce him to the girls, you introduce him to the crew. Next thing you know, he being filmed with everybody. Next thing you know, we talking mess about him and, figuring out who he is and dissecting him. So, Destiny, I completely understand because, as soon as he get on camera, we going to be ready to dissect him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We don't even need him to be on the camera. Once that picture popped up on this episode, everybody now will be looking for him, looking for his name.
So we about to start looking for Instagrams. We about to start looking for and he is a very good looking man.
Yes.
And from this, his name is Moses. Destiny.
Yes, Moses. He said you can never go wrong with that name. Listen to me. Be really
I mean, he better be a good man. Mm-hmm. We're going to go with that for a while. You innocent until proven guilty, Moses. So you good for now. You innocent until proven guilty. Just keep that track record good. We're going to be okay. Mm-hmm. You do good by Destiny. We're going to be okay. Destiny has went through a lot her last marriage. The husband put the mama first. And then there were so many rumors that came out of that. Still don't know what is true or not because she's still tight-lipped on that. And at this point, it don't even need to be talked about. We need to just let it go. She got her new boo, so we need to just salvate in that, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, Moniz, he kind of looks like my boo Randall.
No way.
Randall's your boo this season.
No.
Oh, nice to know. That's a big jump from
from who?
That's a big jump from Tori to Randall. That's two different kinds of meats, Monique. Okay. You like a variety, I see. Ain't nothing wrong with variety. It's okay. I'm looking at him sideways because he's messing with it. Damn, Doreen, why? We don't like Destiny. Doreen, what was going on? Thanks for stopping in. But what's going on? We don't like Destiny. Destiny can't have no new meats. Every girl deserves to have some new meats. Don't you agree, Mike?
100%. And I like Destiny. She's gone through so much, even financially with her business and all that. I don't think she's messy. I don't think
she's not. She deserves some happiness.
Yeah.
Look, come on. It was very nice, very real.
And she's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. She's beautiful.
But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I've been watching too much Ready to Love, but he looked like he could be on Ready to Love. Now that Monique do say something, he do look like he could be a Ready to Love type of cat. But hopefully he better than that, especially this season. Because this season, that's a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Rara is a little Peter Weeder. What? Peter Weeder? What is that? Please not. Hey. That is a whole other show. We'll get into that. So I'm glad that Monique said something though, because this is what I finally decided what Melanin and Mimosas is going to be about. It's going to be about the girls coming together to talk about all the reality shows and what happened on all the shows that happened throughout that week. Because you know how we tend to jump from one to another?
Mm-hmm.
I would just have a show to where we just talk about all of them.
Yes. Because I have a whole lot to talk about Bell Collective. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Yes. So I think I know this is all off topic, but at the beginning of the year, Melanin and Mimosas is starting. So watch out for that. Monique Houston's trying to have a little. Oh my goodness. You never know though. You never know. Sometimes it don't match up, Ellen. It don't be matching up sometimes, homegirl. You never know. But so Destiny's got a new boo. She ain't ready for us to meet him quite yet, but she did let us see him on camera, which makes me feel hopeful that he may show up before the end of the season.
You have to remember
showing him to us.
But you have to remember they've known each other for 13 years.
For 13 years. And they've had, I guess, a time where, she was married, he wasn't. He was married, she wasn't. But now they're both divorced. Mm-hmm. And he told her, I ain't letting you get away this time. That's poetic right there.
Yeah.
That'll make a girl slither out her panties right there. Like, okay, talk that talk. Tell me what I want to hear in my good
That's
ear.
what I'm saying.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. What you say would be y'all still talking that mess. So, what else went on? Okay, so after everyone got back from the retreat, the guys meet up. Now, a lot of interesting things were said in this conversation. First of all, why Martell got to roll up with half of his shirt unbuttoned?
He said he's single, okay, and ready to mingle, okay.
I mean, yeah, and his shirt screams he's single.
Yes.
His shirt screams that he is single. Yes. I ain't gonna knock him. He looked good in it. He's wearing it. Now, I don't know if he took notice to what people were saying, but it looked like he is no longer wearing his little brother clothes anymore. The shirt looked nice and roomy, like he can do some of these and be
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can shoot the pool. You can shoot the pool and you're still comfortable, you know.
Yeah, get his going, get his going. Yeah. Or maybe Sheree told him he needs to.
I still think they're not gonna.
Maybe Sheree told. Maybe she gave him a shirt from She by Sheree or wherever that shirt herself come from.
I don't know how that is going, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
We ain't got there, so we'll get there. But the boys talked about how they felt about the retreat and everything and what they learned from it and everything. And Martell, he was just watching them and looking at them, observing. Like, okay, I wish I had a story to tell type of thing. Now, he said he want to be married again. So he is hopeful that he will find someone out there that he can marry. And they said, okay, it's too soon. He's like, not right away, but yet he ain't trying to wait 5-6 years either.
Right.
So that means within the next couple of years, he's trying to be married again. So if that's the case, he really needs to get serious about who he's dating. And Cherie is not it.
Right. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. No, she's not it. No.
Hold on, I gotta call my mom and let her know I'm home.
So yeah, I agree. Sharice is not it. It's not even a good match. I would expect him. Well, at this point, I don't think he wants any more kids. I mean, he has how many kids? 5. So at this point, I don't think he needs another. But a companion. You need at this point. You need somebody to go for those couples therapies with. Okay, so I hear him, and I think he's a good-looking man. He's not gonna miss anybody. All right, and he says in one of his confessionals, he said, what? Next time I get into a marriage, I'm gonna treasure that. So maybe he's learned something from the divorce.
I mean, is he really?
He said.
I mean, he misses his family. What he doesn't, I don't think what he doesn't realize at this point, Martell misses the whole family thing, the whole family dynamic. But when he gets married again, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be you with your wife. Y'all don't have any kids together, so it's gonna be, and she may have her own kids. So it's gonna be her kids plus your kids. That's
I think, and that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing, because I don't think he's gonna get anybody who doesn't have children. And if you wanna get somebody who doesn't have children, then you're talking about baby number 6.
But then he gotta worry about if that girl wants children.
That's what I'm saying.
So you can say, I mean, it's just, I don't think he's really thinking about that.
He's still too young, and he's a good-looking man. I think he's gonna be able to find somebody. It might even be a return.
No doubt. He'll definitely find someone, but it's not gonna be what he's actually looking for. He's looking for that family thing. That's what he misses the most. Yeah. Because even when he got to talking about, and how they show, where is it? They show, this is what he misses. This is what he misses.
Right.
So not just the aspect of marriage, but family. Doing things together.
Yeah.
And he is not going to get that with whomever he gets with. It's gonna take a lot because she has to be completely accepting of all of his children. He's gonna have to accept all of hers of how many she has, and it's gonna be a big thing. So he's gonna need someone real mature and who is very established, who's not worried about what he's doing outside of what they're doing, because what he wants, it's gonna take a lot for him to find it.
Maybe. And maybe Cherise is a good person for that, because she doesn't want any more children. She already has her own adult children, so she's able to, give that to him.
Damn, Ellen, he can go to hell. Not to hell. Cherise in the building. Hey, hey, Mama Love. The kids look so happy to see him.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see him. Even though we know everything that's going on, I still.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. It's very difficult for us to watch when we already know what's been going on. You know
it. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, so when you see, that was her first time coming to his house, and she kind of felt out of place. Because it was her first time being in a house with him, and it wasn't theirs, and
so
it wasn't
is that
hers either.
Didn't you tell me that he lives with his mom? Is that his mom's house?
Someone said that he did live with his mom, but
Marcella, was that her name?
I think she did, but maybe I don't know if that's a good question. If that was his mom, now that looks actually more like a man's house, a bachelor's.
Yeah, it doesn't look like his mom.
If that was his mom's house, there would have been like pictures on the wall.
Yes,
decor going on. That don't look like a mama's house. That don't look like that would be Miss Marlene's house. Period. So I don't know. Maybe that could have just been a room that he might have take things down to make it. I don't know, but it did not look like he was at his mama's. Period. Because when she said Martell's place. She didn't say, Martell mama's home. She didn't say Miss Marlene's crib or nothing like that. It looked like it could be his. The way that it looked, honestly. I'm just saying. A lot of people said, though, that's not his mom's house. I listened to this. See, that's what I feel. Yep. Yes. So I feel that was definitely, that couldn't have been. I don't know if it was, maybe a place where he could, film with her or whatever. But why would you have to do that? I mean, if I feel like that was his place. So I don't know what's that about. But hey girls, hey, yes, listen to Monique. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's I don't think that's Miss Marlene's. If it is, Miss Marlene needs to get some decor going on, because that ain't it. Because I mean, look how plain it look. I mean, it's just a regular gray couch. The only pop of color is the orange pillows or whatever. And Miss Marlene don't look like no gray couch, type of woman. She look like she got more color in her life, if you will. And so that looks definitely like a man's pad who is on his own for the first time after he done left his wife, and his wife decorated their house from before.
But that conversation was beautiful and mature,
It was. And, she extended the olive branch for him to come on the trip, which we see where Tank had went live and showed them off together with, Miss Van there and all of that good stuff. So it's get to that point. But I'm just trying to figure out now, like, what happened between that and now? Because now it's completely back to where it was before, 10 times worse.
It's worse.
It's way worse. Like
way worse.
More than 10, like 100 times worse. Like, what was the deal? Like, I need to know what happened between there to where it is where it was. Because how you go to being on vacation together to, cussing each other out on social media, calling each other's liars and all types of obscene things. You know what I'm saying?
And even I listen. I don't understand. I know, and I said the divorce can be difficult because even in that conversation, he is acknowledging it's important for us we're having this good communication because it affects the kids. But then you're over here on social media. Is it not affecting the kids? Have you forgotten that whatever you're doing on social media is going to affect the kids anyway? Because the argument you're saying, in fact, you're very upset with Miss Wanda because you're saying, she's picking on your children and they might see this and all that. But you're over here, the two of you, doing exactly the same, if not worse, about these children. Are they not going to be watching and seeing these things that happen to them, to the parents?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. So I hope we get to see where that goes, because if it's just starting, we have a lot to unfold. So hopefully
the next episode is going to be interesting. You have to get your friend Mark to come over here because they're mentioning a whole lot about Mark in the next episode. So we need to talk to him about him posting the Coke, the soda thing,
I'll hit him up.
I'll hit him. Yeah, we need him here. He can explain some of the things.
Because as you see, now that they are talking about him, it's getting to the point where now he is part of the storyline. Mm-hmm. So that means he should be popping up soon too on the show.
Okay.
So we'll have to see what happens when he makes his debut.
That's gonna be interesting.
I can only imagine.
I know.
Hard part here. So hopefully, I'll get in touch with him this week and check on him and see what's up and see what he's got going on. Yes, it is chaos. I enjoy seeing Martell Melody in that good moment. Virgil likes that moment better than the drama.
Yes,
that's the point. And we're gonna see the footage of them on vacation together. But then, like I said, it goes from great to the worst, because look where we are at now in real time. So something happened. LMV says the 24 babysitters, but I don't know. It's just like, okay, we couldn't have went through all 24 within from that moment to now. So we at least got to be at maybe 12 at this point. So now we got to get the other, 14 more or whatever you want to say. And we got to figure out, what is it? I'm sure it just ain't the 24 babysitters alone, because that was just one of many things that was brung up. And then we have, Mel completely denying the 24 babysitters. So we don't even know, because they both bringing out accusations to each other, and they're both denying the accusations the others bringing out toward each other. So we don't know the truth. We need some receipts. We need something. Now we all still waiting on Mel to come through and have her little event where she invites people and she's gonna tell whatever is going on. We still have that major event coming to happen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something did happen. So we still got that coming, and I don't know when we're gonna get that. But I don't know if y'all realize, but ever since the show came back, everything has been like so quiet you can hear on carpet.
I think they were told not to do anything on social media. I think.
I'm hoping the judge ordered them to stop, because that would be best. That's the only thing I could think of. Because the fact that both of them just stop like at the same time and the show comes back, I'm just saying. I'm hoping the judge said stop.
It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
That was very damaging to both of them.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Or hopefully they just realize at least we need to stop that, because this is our kids that's about to see this. They can come together to want to get on Miss Wanda for what she said, so they could be able to come together to be like, hey, this ain't what we need to do.
Exactly.
This ain't necessary, because it's do nothing but hurt our children at the end. So I'm hoping that's what it was. I don't know.
I know.
It was very it was like every day, every other day, it was something going on. And it's got to the point where it got sickening to a point. At first it was like a ooh, but then it was like a leaving a bad taste in people's mouth.
Right.
Just too much. You can have that spurt of time where she can say something here or something there really quick, But when you just have a whole, just elongated, just every single day, just dragging it out, it's like, okay, what are y'all doing?
And that's what. Even that's what we were complaining about, even on the show, when they kept fighting and fighting. Like, it's too much now, even for to us as viewers. It's too much.
You know, we love a drama, but this is too much. Like, we like a good, you know, a light drama, something that can start and be done. Not so much it's gonna drag on.
This is not Love and Hip Hop. It's not Love and Hip Hop, man. Like, come on, man. It's like.
Exactly. That's kind of what it was kind of turning into, a whole Love and Hip Hop type of thing. Yes, every single day. Yes, every single day it was something. And I think they got the point where we were all sick of it. Because what more could you continue to do? How much longer can you just sit here and drag somebody? You know, it wasn't looking cute for either of them at that point.
Oh,
well, she's been wanting to leave for a long time. And I think I remember, you know, I think once the fight had broke out and everything, I think that's when he didn't really want to be part of it no more either.
But Carl said Melody's not going anywhere, though, you guys.
Melody's not going anywhere. I mean, I'm sure it'll be back at some point, but I don't know. You never know. Actually, we don't know for real. So we'll just have to wait and see. But, you know, they've been, you know, playing with the notion that she was gonna be on another show somewhere, and, you know, he's just trying. I don't know what he's doing and why he would not want to be on the show anymore. But if she leaves, of course, I feel like he'll leave. Or maybe they're doing it for the kids. I don't know. But maybe that'll be something that'll be up and talked about soon.
If she leaves, he doesn't have to leave.
Right. I mean, they both leave soon. But it's just may spiral to the end of the show. And that's the thing. I would at least love for them to leave on a good note. But I don't think that's going to... Hey, girl, hey. Are you done with the show? Hey. No, I did not get my wine yet. If I did, I'd be sipping it.
Well, I am so mad. The distributor or the black-owned wine distributor, do you have a picture of them? They liked. I
have a picture of
the lady,
Destiny and Martell in there.
Oh, you don't have the name of the store?
No, it was called Wine Rack.
Wine Rack,
that was the name of
Wine
it.
Rack, yeah.
They're at the Wine Rack. But I know something like he's just now getting it distributed. So I haven't seen other people, you know, with it or talk about. So I don't know if it's like out or what it is. I don't know, but I'm gonna definitely have to check the thing again. Because he ain't checked my DM yet asking about it. I guess he's too good to check people's DMs. So I don't even bother. But he better.
Yeah, Wine Rack.
Right. So he better do something. Confessions Martell told people that they do not service her and says he told those people to request for their money back and he will give it back. Hey. Well, I'm so tired of this. How you gonna have a wine and then not? You see what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
Another it couple person. True. I mean, the Scots can carry their own. They could basically have a spinoff, if you will. The Scots can carry it.
Oh, hallelujah. Anytime. Anytime.
I mean, as long as Maurice will stop making him not getting they storyline, because I'm so over that. And Kimmy looked just about over it as I do. So we'll see. I'm worldwide. That's what I'm saying. So he should have said that at first, or he shouldn't allow people to even buy it. When you go to order it, you should be asking people, What state you in?
What
Click
state?
on your state to find out if this distributes to your state before you want to take people money just to have it send it back.
Yeah, it does. That's not good business.
I'm just saying, yeah, he sent back 23 weeks ago. He doesn't even ship to Alabama. What? What? Okay, what?
So where? Just Atlanta?
How not even Alabama?
Is it just in Atlanta then? Georgia.
You know what? What is he doing? Because, I tried, because the fact is, remember I told y'all a while back, I tried to buy his calendar. They sent me my money back because it didn't distribute out. It was like a local thing at that point. It wasn't going nowhere. And so they sent me my money back eventually. So, child, I am so over this. He worldwide. He my wine. Run me my wine.
Monique is so shady.
I am, Ellen. I am, because I'm about so over this. I'm tired of asking. I'm tired of looking. I'm just tired, period. He can keep his wine. I'll go get some wine somewhere else.
Okay.
Shoot.
You know what?
Just stick. Has new management to you now.
Just stick to this. You don't need.
I love my wine, honey. So it's very personal. It's very personal. I don't care. It's personal. It's personal. Okay? I take my shit seriously.
Yeah, I agree. He should have done that. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. All he had to do was make the option of saying, what state are you in? Or put a list of where you are, doing the wine at. It wouldn't have been that hard. Whoever his new management is, he needs to fire them and get another new management. Because if they couldn't do something as simple as that, I don't know what they're doing for him.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say maybe
a new distributor. Because what?
But isn't Melody the same? The management, the male woman that is being accused of many things, isn't she part of?
Oh, she says. I thought she was
in Atlanta
or something.
Yeah,
she's not a distributor.
She should be able to know those things, though. If you're somebody's, you're the one who's supposed to.
I don't know. His old management team dropped the ball. Well, his new team needs to add the list in, because then the new team about to drop the ball too. Then, if that's the case, you know what? I'm gonna just let me get off of here. I'm just about to request my money back because I don't know what the deal is. I'm not about to keep going back and forth. I'm gonna just go and get me some, because I'm gonna try Taylor Port wine. I keep saying I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go give me some Taylor Port, and I'm gonna be happy, and we just gonna leave it at that. Because I'm tired. I ain't doing this mess no more. Period. Mm-hmm. I ain't doing it. I swear. But it was nice to see Destiny and Martell. She was there for him. He just don't button them first button. I wonder if there's even a shirt that just says, forget it. We just ain't even gonna make buttons that high. And just keep it right there. He gonna come out with a shirt just for him that just don't got two buttons at the top.
Listen, the man knows, what he's doing. Okay, he's a single man. Let the man be. Okay. I'm
gonna get his red velvet up in here. Okay. His red suede up in here. Is that suede he got on that look like suede?
Child, listen.
What is that, velvet? It looked like it, velvet suede. I don't know, but he wearing it. But it was nice to see Destiny there for him and everything. And that's when she, started talking to him more and got in about the whole Melanika. So she let him know that Mel has been talking ish about the fact that him and Melanika might have had a thing going on, and the whole situation of what he was doing when they had first got married. Now, I did not believe him for 1 second when he said, Oh, I wasn't looking at women
Yeah.
like that. Liar. Liar is what you are, Martell. The lies you tell. The lies.
Oh
The
my gosh.
lies.
He was like, I never did those things beginning of, no, he said beginning of the marriage. I can believe that.
Okay, at the beginning, but we talk about the point where you was about to walk down the aisle. He made it seem like at that moment he wasn't doing it. Throw Destiny
Hey,
off this
no,
show.
I don't want Destiny.
Times this
No.
episode. I was sick of it. Take my breath away. What?
I like Destiny.
First of all, shout out to Saludo. I hope I'm saying it right. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Let me know where you checking in from.
I think they're from Alabama.
I appreciate you being here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, what is that? Velvet? Yes, it looked like he had on the velvet. I ain't lying. The way she reported, you think Melody called her and told her. So Martell lied about never cheating. No, you can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. No. Okay, she told him though that Kimmy told her. So we all know that Mel and Destiny ain't talking. So Martell knew that, she wasn't getting that information from herself anyway. But Martell would have lied either way. And we all know that. Martell gonna lie either way. It don't even matter. He gonna look good whichever way he can. And he thought that was the way to go.
But didn't Destiny say that she knew this male woman?
Alabama.
Yeah, I thought so.
But I mean, she reported it right though. At least she got all the facts right. She said everything that was said. She didn't embellish it. She didn't put extra things in there or leave nothing out. She said it the way it was. And he just had the lies. Exactly. The lies. I'm going to drink to that.
She did not lie. What did she lie about?
What she lie about, Ellen V? What she lie about?
Ellen.
Let me know. Also, y'all.
Yes, she said that.
Y'all just be disrespecting people names up in here. Y'all is cold to the core. Just cold to the core.
Extend some grace.
Yeah, she said she knew her from high school, which makes sense because if her and Martell knew each other this long, of course, she probably knew Melanika this long too. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Hold on, let me catch up with y'all. That's what she believes Martell and Monica messed around. Destiny said,
no.
I mean, if she believes it, then that's her saying that they did. I still don't see what the lie is. What's the problem? Yes, y'all just dirty, cold-blooded. Check you, cold-blooded.
No, Monique. No, Monique. You know
right. Use the lies, Monique. Now you telling the lies.
You know what you're doing.
Autocorrect. No, you know. No. So do that mean LNV autocorrect too? That's what we doing? That's what we doing, autocorrect? Y'all ain't no type of good. Saying to believe or feel something happened is not the same as that thing actually happened. Okay, I can respect that.
Oh my God. Every time I do live with you, I feel like I eat too much. Like I'm always eating.
You have been throwing down lately on the lies. Like, you doing something I don't know about mine. You got the munchies over there. I'm just wondering. Because you be munching over there. Munching.
Okay.
You having it going on. No, as they say, I think they may have messed around. It is to speculate because they would have. Why would a friend come tell me 2 weeks to my wedding that he cheated? I think you hold a torch for him. I mean, hey, I need to know what actually happened at that moment. What did Melanika actually say? I need her verbatim to understand this situation, because now we take something from a long time ago.
Wait, was she their wedding planner? She was, correct?
She what?
She was their wedding planner, no?
Yes.
So, if your wedding planner comes and tells you that this is what is happening, but you have decided, you know what, I'm going to continue with my wedding. Okay. So, you never took that seriously, and you cannot, I don't know. Is she catching feelings now that she has?
She could be. I mean, Martell look good. I mean, hey, what you gonna do?
No, but what's her name? Is her name Melody too?
Melanika.
Melanika is happily married.
Mm-hmm. But like Mel said, so what? What that mean?
It means it's for the people who know what that is, for people who honors their vows, it means something. Just because your husband does not, just because he's married and he cheated on you, doesn't mean that everybody else over here and they are married. That means nothing. Okay? There are people who take their vows very seriously. And yes, if she was married, that's something. Okay? Just because your husband does not take seriously those vows, baby girl, take some time to heal.
Oh, I heard that.
I said what I said.
I heard that. She said it. What did you say? Yes, because earlier she was tearing them fries or whatever up.
I was.
Mr. Vita, stop. I thought Dusty does. Y'all know what? Okay, Checky you boo. I need you to holler at me, because whenever someone calls Ariane coleslaw, you've always come to her defense saying, don't call her that.
Confessions.
Are you okay with them calling her Dusty? Checky you boo. I need you to know, because I figured you would have.
That is something I always wanted to ask you. Confessions. What does that mean when you call? Why did the people call her that?
Because she was a side chick, and coleslaw is a side
dish. Oh,
yes. So they're just being funny with the word "sing," but it was something Funky Dineva made up. It all came from Funky Dineva, and it just traveled around and became a thing. So Funky Dineva started it. So if Ariane wants to be mad at anyone, or if anyone wants to be mad at anyone who calls her that, y'all gotta check Funky Dineva, because he started it. What does it say? Baby girl, take some time to heal. Mine and I said what we said.
I did.
Who needs to heal? Who we talk about? Destiny? But that doesn't relate. If Melanika drops out of being her plan because of a suspected cheating, that's very suspect. True. That's a very good observation. That's true. Yep. That's why something in the milk ain't clean. It's just all weird. But I don't know, did she drop out or did Mel fire her? Because then it was a whole thing of, remember, was it someone was trying to, her assistant or someone she worked with, they was talking to the assistant or something about, because that's what it was supposed to have been. Martell was supposed to have been talking to her, Melanika's assistant or something like that, who worked with her. I remember something like that.
Yes.
That's what that was all about. So I need that girl to pop up. Where's the girl? Where is the girl? That's what we need to find.
Maybe the girl right now, she's married with children, so she can never pop up over here. Because we're talking about how many years ago?
Yeah. Checking has a fit if you're young. Yes, that's what I said, checking. So how come we ain't got that same energy, boo, for Destiny being called Dusty? what? I need to know.
Oh,
No, not okay with the Dusty comment. Not cool. That's what it's. See what I'm saying? It be them. Monique and Allie get up here and be cutting the hell up. And I don't know what. Yes, her assistant. Yup, exactly. That's what Ryan Monica's morals wouldn't let her continue.
Hallelujah. Okay. Some of us have high standard. We have, moral standards. Yes. She was like, I do not want to be part of this union because I already know the guy is not ready for marriage. Okay. He's been calling my assistant and yet he's going to be getting married in 2 weeks. Okay. I don't want to be part of this. Okay. So you're going to have to respect this woman, really. Yes.
I am done. Dusty is not a term of endearment. Go away, Monique. You playing with me.
You play too much. Monique.
You play way too much. What is wrong with y'all? I don't know what be wrong with y'all on Saturdays when y'all get here with y'all be like, I need to cut up. Let me go see what Confessions of Mine doing so I can go cut up. Because that's what y'all do when y'all come in this chat. I swear y'all be on one every single Saturday. And I don't.
I cannot with them. I can't. It's too much. Huh? Zero. You have refused.
Ellen, come on now.
You have
come on now.
You have refused.
You know where from Destiny to Mustiny? You don't even know how the girl smell.
No grace extended at all. It's very unfortunate.
Moses like it, okay? Moses like it.
Okay.
No, Dr. Francis got his work cut out for him enough. He don't need these two broads either.
Listen.
Don't encourage him checking you, boo. Please don't.
If Monique ever met Dr. Francis, she'll be like the Whitlows. Very, very transparent.
Okay, well, when we do Bell Collective, I want to see the names. We want to see the names.
We are doing Bell Collective on Tuesday, no?
Yes.
Yes. What time?
Whenever. It's my day off.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So you let me know.
Okay. Yeah. Yo, that's gonna be good.
Nah, Dr. Francis is good. I can only imagine what Dr. Francis would say about y'all. No, that's what we not gonna do is put that on Dr. Francis. He got enough to deal with. Okay? He's done enough. We're gonna leave him alone. I hope he's at the reunion this season, though. He gotta compete in a confessional. So he's gotta be at the reunion.
I hope so. The question I have for you is this: if they had that conversation, Melody and the ex-husband, they had that conversation and they said, Miss Wanda is saying these things about our child, Sugar Mama. And Mortel said, you know what? I'm going to leave it to you to handle it. So what was the fight about?
What you mean?
He popped up. He's the one who was pushing people and Melody is the one who was screaming at him.
Well, I think he okay, because I think what had happened was, I believe, is because of the fact that, when she went, from what we have seen, what I have seen, when she went and said something to her, an event was going on. So what I remember, or what Miss Wanda said, I recall her saying that Martell came up to see what he could get to eat. He was trying to get something to eat, but Mel came up there and she wasn't trying to get nothing to eat. She was trying to see what's cracking. But when that started going about, I guess Marcel jumped in. So since a man jumped in, I guess he may have felt he had to jump in as a man to protect her, who was trying to protect their children. That's what is this
when Destiny is opening her store? Do you think so? We're gonna have it watch
next week? Yeah, because remember we see because we also saw the clip of where she runs up in Destiny's store and hugs Kimmy and don't even say nothing to Destiny.
What is she doing there? Why? Why are you there? If you're not going to acknowledge
The cameras
the
was
woman.
there, so she wanted that moment to create something. It's a show, so you gotta create some drama. So,
but I thought you said you're protecting your energy, and that's not protecting your energy, sister.
no, it's not. She was giving off some energy.
What's that? I miss Stormy. I want Stormy to come to be somewhere. I miss Stormy.
You miss Stormy?
The reunion should be next week.
She should. The reunion should be next week. The finale was last.
Oh, for what?
No, she's talking about Bell Collective.
Yes. Oh.
And it was a short season. It was a short season. Especially first half to wait so long. Melody was not invited to introduction. Did not invite her. Mel crashed the scene. She showed it. She crashed that whole entire moment. But I think she came to check Miss Wanda, but I think she saw an opportunity to have a like a moment happen on camera, so she took that moment too. But she could have waited till Kimmy came out the store. She did not have to go into someone's store that you do not like.
That you're not liking, yeah.
And do that, and especially not speak. Like she could have at least looked the girl up and down. She didn't even do that. Like she acted like the girl was invisible.
That's very rude. You're coming to my store that I have invested in financially, emotionally, and you're over here telling everybody that you have paid my National Grid bill, and you're not coming over here to give me credit for opening a store. Oh. Listen, I would have called security. You see that way you call security on Tisha? Listen to me.
Well, you remember in that scene when she was talking to the girls and they were asking her if Mel was invited, she said, "We're gonna need security."
She's ready.
And Tisha was about that life. She was like, "Yep, facts." Mel was contradicting herself so much. I don't believe what she says. I need evidence. As far as what, checking you, but what evidence are you looking for, honey? Specifically, what don't you believe? Like, what's your biggest thing you don't believe? I mean, it's hard to believe or not believe a lot of things. You know, when two people are going at it and they're both so adamant that they both got receipts, they both got this, like something ain't right about one of them, and I don't know what it is.
But also, if your ex-husband is saying, all your friends that were with you, you have thrown them under the bus. That's a huge statement for somebody who's known you for so many years to make that kind of a statement.
Yes, and your own ex-husband to make that statement.
Yeah.
Like, but he's always said that. I do not like how Mel used her kids to draw Martell into that mess. Mel knew Martell does not play about the kid. And that is true. But also, how would it have looked if she didn't, though? Because it was technically more about him, too, because she's the one saying that he is not her father. You know what I'm saying? So it was about all of them, because then you're saying that, Mel cheated and, and that's not Sugar Mama ain't his. So I kind of get why it should have been a joint thing, because she was basically talking about both of them and then dragged the kids into it, making them, a liability of it all, a casualty, if you will. So that kind of sucked, and I hate that Miss Wanda did that. That was mad disrespectful. Mel was too entitled. She does not want that smoke with me. No one is coming to my establishment and crashing without a
Hallelujah.
That's what I'm saying, checking you. Yes, exactly. That is facts right there. Because ain't no way. Because Melody is manipulative. I will check and verify everything she says. Yes. They all have the qualities. It is quality. Melody has no friends. When the public noticed that, she started going back around her family she had abandoned, trying to change the narrative. Ooh. Oh my. Well, That's a stiff one. Male Super Crazy fans are her friend. Man, they are friends.
They are friends, and they also they have also.
Them $1,000 for a master class.
That's what I was gonna say. They have invested.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad Mel.
They have invested in her. They are buying everything that she's.
Mel teases and is misleading. True. I get that. Mm-hmm. Miss Wanda is all of a trip. Like Miss Wanda,
we are waiting for Miss Wanda to show up.
You know, I like me some Miss Wanda. I really do. Only thing I didn't like was this statement, this comment that was made
of Sugar Mama.
Yeah, about like why would you do that? Like, well, you can go on live and say what you got to say, but just kids are off limits, and I feel like. Coming from Miss Wanda, I don't think she meant for it to be a dig toward,
the Sugar Mama.
Yeah. But like I said, Sugar Mama ended up being a casualty because it had to do with her. And it's a child, and the youngest child of theirs at that. So that was a sensitive matter. I just feel she just shouldn't have went there. I know where she was trying to go, but she shouldn't have went there. She just scale that back a little bit. It was just too much. Mel mad disrespect of his wife to make statements about and she was wrong. Melody capitalized on that. I believe she told myself to go back up since no one is backing her up. I mean, but who else better to back her up than the daddy, the actual freaking father, though? So, but again, like I said, this is a reality TV show. So you do gotta make the drama. You do have to do things to, allow drama to be created, so it doesn't come off as scripted, but okay, see if we can make something out of this. And I think that's what they tried to do, and they did, but it went way too far.
Yeah.
She's charging 1,000.
Who is that?
Who is Juanita?
Who is that?
That name sounds familiar.
Who is Juanita?
I know that name from a show. Whose show is that? Who is that?
But guess what? People are paying though.
I need someone to come out and be like, I'm this successful because I went to Melody's masterclass. That's what I need. I heard Ms. Wanda saying to Marcella that she has no problem with bloggers' confession. Please contact Marcella.
Oh my gosh, that would be something.
Ms. Wanda, she will come.
That would be something.
I would definitely like to talk to Ms. Wanda. Definitely would. Wanda, Pastor. That's what. Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's the one who is telling people to come for a prayer thing, and she's gonna charge. Yes.
I'm like, what? Who do that?
For the prayers, if you want us. Jesus.
I cannot. That's what I'm saying, Ellen. A lot of people are complaining about the promises Melody makes from those classes. Those are poor people. A lot of the time to get that money, just not to make money. Melody.
She is.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people who take these classes are people who obviously don't have the money like that unless they wouldn't be taking master classes to figure out how to get the money like that. So I'm just trying to understand, what is everyone doing? What are we going to have a surviving Melodies masterclass at some point? Like, is that what's going? Everything else is a surviving situation, because after you give up all that money and you ain't made no money off of that, I'm gonna be mad.
And listen,
I'm gonna be mad as hell.
She's actually very ruthless. For somebody, you're fighting with your ex-husband during a divorce, and every time you post a clip, the next clip you're posting is about your business. I'm selling this. She continues advertising or marketing her products. She knows people are over there because of the tea, but she also wants to take advantage of that. And she has continued. Every time they were having this fight, she was over there selling her products at the expense of their children. The two of them, because the two of them were doing the same thing. Motel was advertising his wine. Every time they would post, then it would say, "Go, please buy," and then the ex-wife, will do the same thing. These are sick people. I don't know who raised these people. Really, like how much money?
They mamas.
You compromise on the basis. You compromise on so much. You don't realize that this money that you're trying to make will destroy your children, and you can never repair that. That's permanent damage you're doing on these kids.
Emotional damage, yes.
And how much money can you pay for that?
Because they're gonna be paying for their children to have.
But then that question, like they say,
because of how much they put their, business out there and got people talking mess and making fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are ruthless, so kids don't care. Kids don't have a limit or, know when to not go below the belt. They will come up to your child and just say,
yeah,
your daddy did this, your mama did this, and then what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of thing you got to think about. And they go to a public school too. I'm just saying. That's why Nosy Ho and her sex class people paid. They complained they didn't make any money, but Nosy did charge $1,000. How much did she charge? Because she won't get one penny. And the people I remember when the Scotts checked her for using guide in one of her ads to get people to buy the products. Yes, she did.
God said go.
And I don't see her putting out her God said go merch no more. She do not do that no more. I've noticed that when she got her 7th Avenue going, she don't put nothing else out there. Period. So I'm thinking she probably decided, well, you know what? Maybe they got me on that one. I do need to stop. Because that was too much. That was. At some point, you being, especially out here doing what you doing, and then you want to say God said go, like, when did God tell you that? I don't know.
And God said
about your husband?
And go to where? Go to where? Go where?
To hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't let me stop. No, but Melody is a very good businesswoman. If she puts all her energy into her business, like that girl can make a killing in a good way. Period. She could.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You don't need to do. Yeah, you don't need to do those things.
That instead of everything else.
Yes.
Like just
and I feel bad.
On what you know how to do because you are a very good businesswoman. Period.
And I feel bad. I really feel bad because the beginning of the show, they were beautiful. It was a beautiful couple, power couple. And even for them, that's the three of them, the two Scots and them try to come together, the comeback group. I wish try to do good. It's just sad that
is. I mean, but I think about the point was at the beginning of the show, so many women, especially, women, single women who have been done wrong before, was on Mel's side and just dogged Martell. And I used to be one of those people, sad to say. And I think, like a lot of people said, she used that to her advantage as well. She used the broken hearts of women. She knew where the moneymaker was. It's like, where your audience is. She knew where her audience was. She had a very good support group, a team, whatever. She made millimeters and all of that jazz. And it's like, I felt sorry for her. I was on her side, like, how dare you cheat on this woman who had all these kids for you and all that, and then you go have a baby by another woman on her like this. But then as I get older and through the years and my mind frame has changed and you start seeing things from a different perspective when you've looked at it for so long, you have no choice but to look at it from a different way and a different point of view. And so you start to see the cracks in, their stories, her stories and his though. but you start to see the crisis. You can start to realize, at this point, neither one is better than the other. And that's where I stand, because from what has been displayed this past month before the show came back, neither one of them is better than the other at this point.
Exactly.
And that's the sad part. It's almost like y'all both ruthless, so I see why y'all was together. Y'all do deserve each other, almost, type of thing.
But unfortunately, with that, the only people who's gonna suffer is your children, though.
Yes, of course, and they're already suffering and probably just don't even know it yet.
Yeah, I saw a clip on Love and Hip Hop thing, and Yandy. One time they had a big a fight with the mother of the first child of my Mercedes. What is the name of the husband? Madisi. And now they were having a sit down because the kid was in the elementary school. Now the kid is a grown. I think he's now in high school, and he was saying, you know what? People were making fun of me in my elementary school in those years, and because they were telling me, your mom was fighting and all that. You see what I'm saying? These are kids. Yeah.
This stuff carries. This carries.
And it is not the kids who are watching the show, it's the mothers or the parents. When we watched it, said, oh my gosh, that's so and so, they were doing this, and the kids are listening to these things.
I mean, you know how moms is. They watch their stuff. The kids come out their room and get something to drink and eat. They stopping and looking.
My son over here, every time I was watching, he said, oh, is that the guy who said, I'm like, how do you notice this?
Yes. Kids are sponges, so they soak up all of that, whether you even know it or not. You can try to hide it as much as you want. They're still going to pick up on something. Maybe not as much, but they're going to pick up on something. I mean, parents do not, adults do not give kids enough credit for, what they are, what they've gone through.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's it? LMV350 content creator beefing class for free. What I miss? What? Confession. This is why I will not support Melanie doing. She took advantage of all those women who have been hurt, been unfortunate frame. It's like a call. Yeah, it's like she knew where her audience was, and that's why I said she's a very good businesswoman, even though that was wrong that she targeted women like that, But that's why I say she's a good businesswoman, because she knew where her target was. She knew where to go and to get, what she wanted. And that's a good business mindset if you use it the right way, because you could definitely totally mess it up and not use it the right way. I empathize with Mel, especially with Martell and Ariane were doing too much. However, I knew from season 1 that Mel was ruthless too. I thought she would change, but she got worse. See, and I think the thing is that at that point, we had another villain that we didn't need Mel to be the villain at that moment. And at that moment, that villain was Ariane. She was out here talking stuff, doing all that. It's like, how you think you got a pot to piss in talking like this when you're the other woman, and you up here acting like you got all of this, poised about you, like you the wife. And it's like, you getting it twisted, boo-boo. And so it's like, when you want to pick between those two, of course, you're probably going to side with Mel. You know what I'm saying? But then once Ariane wasn't a factor anymore, per se, and it was more just about Martell and Mel now you're starting to see, because now you don't have that Ariane being that distraction. Because Ariane was a good distraction for a lot of us not seeing what Mel was really about.
And sympathizing with Melody because of all that.
Yes. So now you can see clearly, like a tunnel vision, just looking and seeing Martell, seeing Mel, and seeing what's going on, because you don't have that other distraction that Ariane was given. So, as long as Ariane was the villain, Melody wasn't, because there's only room for one. And now that Ariane is basically not even part of this situation anymore, now you see clear now what the situations are. So yeah, that's how I feel. Always remember Melody and Martell are the same as
they are.
Yes, that's why they deserve each other. Yes, and it's like when you're married for that long, you tend to really become one. And that's what they did. They really became one at some point. And, you know, and now they're trying to live two separate lives, but they're basically still the same person. And it shows. It definitely shows. Confession both Martell and Melody were like, why they were a match. Now they are going for blood. Those poor kids will suffer. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely will. That is the hard thing about it all. Yes. Martell and Melody used to scheme against other people when they were married. That was all about the appearance, how they're trying to destroy each other. Yes, and that's what another thing that is really, really sad, because it now y'all have lost credibility. Like, how when y'all were, if y'all are to come back together and be like that before, like, we ain't gonna believe y'all, because we gonna be thinking like, wait a minute. Just last year, he was this, that, and the third. Just last year, she was just this, that, and the third. So it's like y'all can't even come together now and be on a level to where y'all have respect for each other. Because I feel like y'all have done each other dirty too much. Like, y'all, they went below the belt. They went below the belt. They took off the belt. There is no belt.
They did.
At this point.
Right.
That's how low they went. And I think they probably stopped, because what more else could they say or do to each other?
No, I think people are tired. Somebody told them, you know, stop this crap. This is becoming too much. Stop it.
They did it all. Exactly. So they'll always, you know, and with that being said, you know, even if they're not going through with, even if the kids aren't having that situation now where other kids are coming up to them at school, whatever, they're gonna remember this, and they're gonna be in middle school, high school, whatever. And you know, people love to bring up old stuff, and that is still gonna be a trigger. You know, they could be like, "Oh, shut up! That's why your parents did this or that." You know, and it's just like, that's never gonna go away, because it is on social media forever. And even though they have made just, but I'll say this: they tried to be smart
and put it in the story.
I put it in the stories.
Unfortunately, we have bloggers.
You take it and put it on posts and shows, and it's still there. And it's even worse, because not only do they get what was said, but now they get other people dissecting it with their theories and opinions. That's what made it even worse. But you must have knew it was that bad to just put it in your stories and not, you know, a post. Because, you know, at first, remember, Martell was putting it as a post. He was posting it, but then he just started putting it in his stories. So it's just like, y'all still didn't do no better, because we still catching it all. We still screenshotting everything. Right. And we still coming and making, you know, talking about it and dissecting it at our own ability. And we don't really know what's going on. So, of course, everything we say ain't even real or true, because we don't know the whole story. We just speculating for entertainment value. Just like right now, this is entertainment value. You know, our theories, what we think. And of course, our opinions ain't really that important, but it's the entertainment value of it all. Check your S5EP3. The class was put online to be sex with YouTube. Really, B? Hey, girl. Hey, what's going on? You got anything you want to come and say? V, what's the family class was put on YouTube? Oh, she had one put on YouTube? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Like, what? Really, B, you sure wasn't. I remember you saying that last time. You was never fooled by Melody. Yes, you can see right through you.
I agree with that.
Because of Ariana's debacle, I got distracted too. But the next season, I saw Melody to be the same Melody season when she was going to cry wolf and fall women again when they stopped believing her. And a lot of them already have. That's the whole thing. A lot of women have.
She's already
put a lot more people who are kind of rallying, you know, on Martell's side these days now. And then, of course, you got the ones that rally on Ariana's side for whatever reason. But yes, yes, I knew Mel was ruthless, but I felt sorry for her for a minute. But I saw she did not improve after that experience. I knew she took advantage of those innocent, hurt women. Yes, that's very well said, Chef Boo. Well, for something about everything you lose your soul. They already have, I feel. They definitely did. Yes, they
Yeah,
don't remember it all. That's the point.
and
No, you
that's what I'm saying, and that's what hurts me most. That's what makes me very upset about it, because you're over there caring about your product that you're selling, whether it's wine or skincare, and you're forgetting about the children that you're destroying. Okay, so you put that's what makes me sad, because you're over here trying to make money for these children, for a better life for these children, but in doing so, you've compromised. You have compromised on so many things
Mm-hmm.
that are hurting these children. That doesn't matter how much money you make, that these kids are gonna be forever damaged by the
Yeah,
two of
that's
you
a lot
all.
of damage.
The two of you all, because it's like you do this and then I'm gonna do this to you. You post this, I'm gonna post it. They kept telling each other, I have time, I have time. This other one, oh yeah, I have time too.
Like, y'all both got business. How do y'all got time? How y'all got the time? Like, what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing with y'all time that y'all got all of this time? Like, go do something. Go box up my wine and send it to me. You know what?
You're
I'm
still
gonna get
mad.
my money back. I'm gonna stop talking about this goddamn
You're still
wine
mad, yeah.
that I ain't never gonna get.
Mm-mm.
I ain't never gonna get it. Because obviously, INS wine is too good to probably ship to Michigan. They could just put a daggone list down
Forget
and
it.
let you know that I was going to get no wine.
If he cannot ship to Alabama, remember the girl said that.
Okay.
Okay, Real B, come on over. Come on over, Real Bear. Real B and myself, we agree on so many things. We are always on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Y'all always on the same page. Sure.
All the time. Me and her, we are like this.
Ellie V, why you keep trying to stick me with this Sutter home?
What's
no?
Sutter home? What is that?
It's a wine brand.
Listen. Like today when I was doing the panel and somebody said Carol, somebody Carol. I was like, what is that? What is that?
But Jackie, you boo. That's the thing. If I'm gonna go and get my money back,
I'll tell you what they say.
I have to go give it back to them. If I know my wine is coming, keep the money and send me my wine. Like, I don't want to have to wait to, go ahead and order it again. Like, no, just send me my wine and send out a courtesy email. Like, I appreciate you buying INS wine. It's on its way. Something. Tell me something. But don't just ignore what I'm saying. Can I get my wine? Mm-hmm. Or not even reading my DM. Like, I got feelings too, I got feelings. Hey, really, big boo.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Happy Saturday to everybody.
Happy Saturday.
Hey, Maud.
So what's on your mind, really, B? What you
first of all, thank you, checking you, boo. I'm glad that you came through, and I'm glad you enjoyed the live. So let me say this, and I don't know what y'all said and which I didn't say because I just dropped in a few minutes ago and was listening. And I'm going to say this. I'm actually going to, y'all getting an exclusive.
Okay, I like an exclusive.
Oh,
you may already know it, and you may not. But if you don't know it, it's an exclusive. If you do know it, then it's stale tea. And I'm actually going to tell this to my members. I'm going to do a members only live and get it. So y'all getting something my members ain't even got yet.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby.
So I'm going to say this. I find it very interesting that Melody and Martell have this whole conversation where they're upset about this rumor that, let me rewind, not rumor, that this statement that Miss Wanda is talking about on her live about questioning the paternity of Sugar Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Where y'all think Miss Wanda got that from?
You know, I've never decided to quit. I just thought she was just putting
Being
stuff
messy.
out there.
Y'all thought she was
Yeah.
just running at the mouth, right?
Yeah.
Y'all thought Miss Wanda was just being Miss Wanda.
Yes.
When Melody popped up pregnant, guess who the first person that was to question the paternity of the baby? Martell.
Girl, stop it.
So now all of a sudden, you mad that Miss Wanda repeating what you said? Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't defending Miss Wanda. She probably don't need to be talking on people's kids. But all she did was repeat what you already said yourself. Now, let me go back. I keep telling y'all, not just y'all, but people in general.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really good friend of mine. She's a really, really good friend of mine, like a sister to me, who dated one of Martell's really good friends. Now, they don't date anymore, so I don't got no new tea. But when they were messing around, yeah. She would, because she didn't watch the show. She did not watch, so she don't know nothing. She didn't know anything. Matter of fact, I went to go visit her, and I made her watch a couple of episodes when I went to go visit her, because she ain't know. And this was the first season when I made her watch a couple of the episodes, because she don't really do reality TV and stuff like that anyway. And when I made her watch a couple of the episodes, she was putting stuff in perspective. And she was telling me then, and this was after the first season, before the second season, before they, this was when they were still together and stuff. And we found out, and before we even found out Melody was pregnant. And she was just like, it's more to the story. She was like, the stuff she wasn't talking about rumors and things. She was talking about things that she had heard, conversations she was privy to on speakerphone. Not that she was trying to set nobody up, but just, this is a guy you dating. He answers the phone. His boy is calling him Martell.
Yeah.
Speakerphone, or he has a conversation with Martell, and when he get off the phone, he be like, "Man, Martell and Melody fighting again," and he would give her the rundown, just as a friend, not as they on reality TV, but just you know how. You know how you just go, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Oh, so Checking Your Boo said that Ms. Wanda told Martell he was the one who said it. Right. And he was. So before when we found out that Melody was pregnant, she was the one that told me. She said, it's more to that story. It's more to it. She said he questioned the paternity because that's when he had found out that she was messing around, allegedly, messing around with the attorney. That's his frat brother. Remember, he keeps talking about his frat, his attorney, the frat. That's when he had found all those text messages in her phone. And remember, for a long time, Melody was acting like, what? Well, she finally, when they were having that Twitter war, that Instagram war, she actually admitted it in there. She said, so what if I was messing with him? It was after me and you weren't together anymore. So
she said that.
She admitted it now. Yeah. And remember, Melody and Martell did separate. They separated not just once, but I'm talking about not the first time before the show started, but they actually had separated while they were filming the show.
Right.
And that's when Melody got pregnant. Not while they were separated, but around the timeline. And so that's where Martell is now. I don't think it went that deep that he asked for a paternity test and all that. But let's be clear, Martell was the one that was questioning whether that was his baby.
Ooh. So is that why he told Melody, deal with it, handle Wanda in that conversation?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion about that conversation. My opinion about that conversation is that they filmed that after the fight. I don't think they filmed that before the fight. I think that conversation was filmed, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that conversation was filmed after the fight. I think that conversation was filmed after the fight to set up why Melody was on 10, why the confrontation took place. And also, you notice how they just threw in there them going to Destin. oh, we're in such a better place now. Oh, we're communicating so much better now. You know, I'm taking the kids to Destin. Why don't you come? Oh, that's so nice that she would invite me. I feel like, because remember that video that their son posted, or went live, showing that they were in Destin together. I feel like that was a backtrack. Now that's my opinion. That's my opinion. But I feel like that conversation, I feel like that whole scene was filmed after the fight for them to put all of that in context. But that's just my opinion.
I can dig that. Okay. I definitely, wow.
Because again, like I said, that's not the first time that ain't the first time I heard the rumor. And again, I know Miss Wanda is Miss Wanda, and I'm not defending Miss Wanda talking about the kids. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I feel like that was a scene, they call, in the industry they call them pickup scenes, where you got to kind of go back and explain some stuff. And I feel like that's what that was. I feel like that was a pickup scene where they were like, oh shit, the fight happened. Now we got to go back and sort of put it all in perspective. Because
that makes a lot of sense.
Up until that point, nobody has said anything. There hadn't been any conversation about it. There hadn't been any. Well, did you hear? Just all of a sudden, Melody was like, "I need to go talk to Martell."
Statement. Yeah,
right. Because that's a conversation they could have had over the phone. If they really truly can't even halfway co-parent and agree who got what weekend, you drove all the way. Oh, you said that's the first time you've been to his house. You drove all the way over there. You could have said that over the phone.
True.
Especially since that was his week with the kids, and we know how y'all are. So that's just my opinion.
Dang, I didn't even think of that.
It's not the first time, and like I said, that's a conversation that I had with my girlfriend when Melody was actually still pregnant. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put this in perspective. I'm gonna tell you when I had this conversation. Remember at the beginning of season 2, they had this big thing. Melody was pregnant. They had this. She came. They rode in on the horse and carriage for the baby shower with all the kids. Okay, the guy she was dating was at the baby shower. He's in that scene, and she was actually invited. She was actually invited to go, but she ended up not going. Because she doesn't live in Huntsville. She lives about an hour and a half outside of Huntsville. So for her, it's a big deal. And again, she's not that person. She's not a reality. She don't care about being on TV. She ain't pressed for all that. So she wasn't like, I'm coming. She was like, yeah, I was invited to the baby shower. But when I talked to her, I said, girl, guess who's pregnant? She was like, I know. And she said, yeah, but it's a whole lot going on with that and that's what she told me. But again, I can't say a lot of, at the time, I couldn't say a lot of stuff because, like I said, that was my friend, and he was telling her stuff. She wasn't telling me to report on it. We were just talking. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I can separate the two. Like, for me, everything ain't gossip. Everything isn't, let me run back to YouTube. Now, if she had said, girl, tell it, I don't care. But I knew that those were conversations they were having in the context that they were dating. You know what I mean? And she had met Martell multiple times. And she said Martell is her opinion on Martell was that he's a really nice guy. She met him socially. She was dating his friend. It was never anything more than that. But she said if they met up at the bar, there were times when Martell was there. Matter of fact, they were actually supposed to have a double date with Melody and Martell one night. Oh, they were supposed to have it. She said I was supposed to meet Melody. They were supposed to go out and have a double date. And Martell and Melody got into a fight that night, and they ended up canceling. So, yeah. So that's what she said. She said that her, and because she was getting his side of the story, she always kind of gave me the Melody ain't all that y'all think she is. Melody ain't. And again, just based on stories and some of the stories she told me have come out. We know certain things have come out now. But yeah, just like, Melody knew about Arian. She knew about it. I ain't gonna say the whole time.
I've heard that so many times that she really did.
She told me the story about one time Melody and her friends showed up at Arian's house to jump her.
Yes. 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 And I think when that came out, she kind of said something like, it's not that she knew her, but she knew that she was the girl that he had messed around with before.
So it
And then
wasn't a
they
fun. It
just
wasn't
thought
a fun
it was
conversation.
over. And when the show was about to start, that's when she found out that he was messing with her again or still messing with her.
So it wasn't a fun conversation that, oh, she called the phone and I picked up the phone and it was this girl who did not
No, that
respect.
actually happened. No, that happened, but it wasn't like that happened and Melody didn't know who it was. That happened. That whole she picked up the phone and she was like, I didn't call for you, I called for Martell. Listen, I ain't here to defend Coleslaw, but what makes you think that that woman was that empowered to talk to Melody like that? Because Melody and Martell, she knew who she was. Melody didn't pick up that phone and didn't know who was calling and didn't know who that was. She knew who Ariane was. She knew who she was. And when she picked up that phone, she knew who was on the other. She knew who. And they had words before. It wasn't no, how dare this woman had the audacity to call. You knew who it was and y'all had talked before. That wasn't y'all first time.
Child.
Oh my goodness. What is going on in these
But Martell's not crazy. And I know it comes, and I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all know Martell get on my nerves too. Yes. But it comes off a certain way. It comes off making Martell looks. I think Martell's problem is, y'all know how when at the incest, I always want to say NS at the wine tasting where he kind of got tongue tied and he couldn't really articulate what he was. I think Martell really has and he's a very intelligent guy. That's not what I'm saying. But I think when it comes to what he's thinking and it coming out the way he wants, I think he has a problem with that things don't always come out the way he wants them to, right? Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not saying, I'm not defending or whatever. I'm just saying I really believe that. So I think that sometimes Melody wins in the battle of articulation. Okay. So Martell was talking about Melody cheated too, and Melody did this, Melody did that. It came off looking almost desperate, like, oh, so you just gonna throw me? Oh, so just because. But at the end of the day, his points were valid if you take away his delivery. And what he was saying was Melody ain't innocent. Like, y'all are crucifying me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are crucifying me, but Melody's not innocent. And I just think he does. That's what I'm saying. Checking you, boo. I absolutely believe he's very intelligent. But I think, there are people who speak well and are dumb as hell, and there are people who are very smart and they can't articulate. So one doesn't equal the other. You know what I mean? And I think that Martell loses in the battle of linguistics. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Checking you, boo, says that Melody. That Martell is not a fan of being in the spotlight. Yeah, I just think his words get lost.
Yeah, and you clearly saw that. He admitted that he's not good with, speaking out, public speaking and whatnot. So I definitely see where that could be. And
the reality is, and what we find out, because slowly but surely Melody ends up, I ain't gonna say telling on herself, but she ends up basically confirming what Martell says. But I think people get lost in it. Like when they were at the reunion and she talking about she didn't remember whether she gave that man head or not. But then later on, she admitted, well, everybody don't need to know everything. And, I ain't about to sit there. It wasn't, come on. Like, we knew that Martell basically had caught her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, she was sitting there looking crazy as hell. Martell caught her. And then the same thing with the attorney. She finally admitted that she did mess with the attorney. And he was like, and that was my frat. Like that, I knew that year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say years ago. I knew that years ago. How old is Sugar Mama? 2?
Yeah.
She'll be 2 in December. Right. Yep. I knew that information when Melody was pregnant. But it's all coming out now. And so I say all that to say I just find it very interesting that Martell and Melody was all they was all on 20, you know, Melody, you know, got him Miss Wanda face and this
Right.
over that he started the damn rumor. That's what the conversation should have been. See what you did, Martell? See what you did? That's what the conversation should have been. But for y'all to do all of this on Miss Wanda, like, oh my gosh, she's speaking on my child. Well, how could she do that? You don't talk about the kids. And I'm like, but where did you get it from?
So what is the point of this then? You know, if this was all Martell's doing, like, what is the point of Melody getting all up in Miss Wanda's face, starting all of this? Basically for no reason, since we obviously know who it came from in the beginning. Like, what is she trying to prove at this point? Like, what is she trying to do? And why is it just
you know, some people, have you ever been around a liar? And I don't mean just all of us tell lies, okay? I don't mean little white lies and stuff, but I mean, you ever been around somebody that, and you know they lying? Yes. You know they lying. And they will go, like kids do it all the time. They will go down with the ship. You know they lying, and they will not come up off that lie. They ain't gonna change. They ain't gonna waver. They will double down on it before they admit they lying. And in my opinion, Melody does a lot of things to keep up facades and keep up appearances and keep up this image that she wants out there about who she is and all of that, right? At the end of the day, I think that's what this is about. They're not going to sit there and have a conversation and admit that there was ever a question of paternity for this baby. Okay. At one point, and this is when, again, at one point, Martell did want, now they never did it, but he did talk about a DNA test. Now, it never went that far, but in the midst of the arguing back and forth, right? Because Martell knew she had been messing with somebody else.
Right.
He knew.
Right.
You know, he knew. Now, of course, that baby looked just like the rest of them babies, so child. That baby looked like the rest of them damn babies. But exactly. It's one of those things where I think Melody is going to keep up appearances. And it's easy to throw that on Miss Wanda. And because Miss Wanda is who she is,
it's messy.
And because she say stuff, crazy stuff all the damn time, it's real easy to just put it on Miss Wanda and be like, there go Miss Wanda cutting up again. There go Miss Wanda. It's real easy to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I really think that's what it is.
Because of Miss Wanda, the way she is, that's just something Miss Wanda saying, and sweep it under the rug.
So it's real easy. Now, they didn't anticipate it erupting like that. Like that wasn't planned, you know. But I think Melody thought, like what happened the last time, they would just, you know, kind of go back and forth, and then they would make a nice little scene, and then they would move on. But I don't really think, you know, I mean, we got to wait and see the way it really, well, it still ain't the way it's edited, so it still ain't the way it really went down. But the way they're going to show us it went down, I should say.
Yeah.
But it'll be very interesting. Did y'all hear this? And again, I don't know if y'all talked about this or not. Did y'all hear this? Allegedly, Melody and Martell removed Love and Marriage Huntsville from their bios.
Yes, let's talk about that in the chat. Yeah, and OWN has not renewed.
They are not scheduled for a new season.
What?
Not yet.
What?
Remember, this was supposed to be the second half of season 4.
Yes.
But when they came back in the DVR, it's season 5.
Yes.
I mentioned that last night. Yep. And I'm wondering if that's because they fulfilling the contract up that way because of their contract.
I tell you what, and people can say what they want to say about the rest of these couples, but if Melody and Martell leave, they might as well cancel the show.
Really?
You know, because the
hold it up.
Listen, the Martell Letitia, is he cheating? Is he not cheating? I mean, at this point, nobody cares. I mean, I don't. True. Because my thing is, if somebody ain't came forward yet to say
that's Marcel
is my
not anonymous,
you know, if somebody ain't came forward yet, the likelihood that somebody gonna come forward, I ain't saying it won't happen because it will. But I mean, at this point, do we care anymore?
No, I don't.
We don't.
Because the reality is, in my opinion, unless Letitia walked in a hotel room and catches him on top of somebody, she ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
True.
A woman could show up at her doorstep, show her pictures, receipts, whatever, and she'll be like, somebody, they just trying to destroy our marriage. They just trying to destroy our marriage. So she ain't going nowhere.
True.
Kimmy and Maurice, I mean, I know Kimmy's dealing with her health issue, and that's compelling.
Do you know what that is?
I'm assuming cancer. She shaved her head.
I think it's breast cancer because she actually posted a post and she was at an event called Bowling for Boobies.
Yeah, I saw that, Bowling for Boobies. Yeah, I'm assuming, and again, I don't know if she actually had is going through the whole treatment or if it's a scare. I don't know. But I saw her at an event.
I feel like she might be. Because she cut her hair and
she had the port.
Here's the thing. The reality. I'm gonna tell you what this is my opinion, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what I see happening.
What you see?
I see if they don't renew Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? I see Carlos doing a Love and Marriage Atlanta with Melody.
Well, I hear another Love and Marriage is in the works in another city right now.
Yeah, I heard that too. But I see a Love and Marriage Atlanta with Melody starring on it.
Oh my
I could possibly see them trying to carry on, maybe doing something else with the Scott brothers, but maybe not necessarily calling it Love and Marriage Huntsville, but maybe doing something with them following their bit, like the
I love watching them. Oh my gosh, I love watching them.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. I'm just saying I could possibly see that. Kimmy, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but Kimmy has done a segment on what's that reality? I mean, not reality, that real estate show that comes on I don't know if it's HGTV or something.
I think it is HGTV. Most of the real estate shows come on that channel.
Yeah, she's branching out. She's doing other shows like bigger platforms or whatever as far as the real estate is concerned. So I could see it. I'm not saying that it will happen. I'm just saying if Carlos wanted to do something with the brothers, I could see it. But I absolutely see him doing something else with Melody. I absolutely do that. He loves her.
That's what they said.
And their relationship has been lucrative for both of them. It has been a mutually lucrative relationship for both of them.
Yes, absolutely has. I can definitely see that. And I mean, Love and Marriage Huntsville did have a good run. And at this point, actually, what more else could they show us anyway? It's sometimes
I say reboot it and go back to basics. Show the business.
Yes.
Destiny and her business.
Yes.
Reboot it and go back to basics. I mean, we listen. One thing Marceau said on the reunion last year, and it's so true. It's a lot of bullshit that happens on this show, but if you peel all of that away, you have a show full of young Black professionals, entrepreneurs who are doing something and they are impacting their community in a positive way. You have the Scotts they're fulfilling what they wanted to do. They're building low income areas, but they also have their business. Maurice, law school, he's actually a practicing attorney. He's still doing his credit repair. He's still, doing real estate. Kimmy doing her real estate. Even Lewis, I ain't saying keep them, but even Lewis, he has his compound business where really it helps train, young kids that are in sports and stuff like that. There's a lot of positive things on the show. We all, and I'm gonna include myself, we all got caught up in the minutia. We all got caught up in the salaciousness of Melody and Marcel, and Marcel and Tisha too. But if you peel all that away, I mean, you're looking at a group of Black people. All of them, not all of them. Well, all of them that I know of have at least have undergrad degrees. Most of them have graduate degrees. They went to HBCU. They're part of the Divine Nine. Like they're doing some great things. And if Carlos reboots and goes back to basics, it's you can still give us the drama. Like we like the drama, but I think it would be a great opportunity to show. Like they could even do their own version of like selling Tampa.
Yes.
I mean, they can't call it that. They can't call it that, obviously. But
Right.
you can show Maurice and you can show the building, the process, the buying, the closing, the showing of the homes. Like it's something there. Now, is it going to be as blockbuster as Love and Marriage Huntsville? Probably not. But it's something there.
Absolutely. And I think it's worth a shot. You know, a lot of the fans talk about the fact that they want to see more of the Black excellence.
Yes.
Give us the Black excellence back. You know, because that's what attracted Marceau to want to do the show in the first place. He really didn't like the fact when he turned around and saw that, that was called Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, this ain't what I was signing up for. But
right, that ain't what we signed up for.
Right.
But then you look at Love and Marriage, DC, it's the same story. It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of drama, and they're not showing us the business.
Right. There's a lot of Black excellence to be shown.
Yeah.
And maybe it is time to hang up Love and Marriage Huntsville where it's at. I mean, y'all have given us enough drama. Y'all have given us all the salaciousness y'all can give us. I mean, it looks like it's not going to be easy to turn that back around. I mean, after what Melody and Martell are going through right now, I don't see them ever turning around being in a good place to where they could film together again. So what we get now is probably basically it. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it is a good thing. And the fact that they both have Love and Marriage Huntsville off their bio, that says a lot. So
that absolutely says a lot. That both of them took it off. That listen, we've been doing reality TV long enough. We know what that means. We know what that means. When they start removing stuff, it doesn't order. I mean, it's not 100, but we know it means that something's going on. And for both of them to do it, as far as we know, they're not even on speaking terms. For both of them to do it.
Right. And that's how I feel. From what they're talking about, I don't see how. What'd she say?
Checking you, boo. I absolutely can't. I do share out.
I do share out subscribers checking you, boo. But I
No. Confessions. It ain't about begging. That's one of your supporters that want to see you thrive. It ain't about begging, girl. It ain't. And I don't have y'all know I don't have no problem with that. Checking you, boo. Do me a favor, because listen, my memory is bad. Okay, I ain't got a good one. But if you remind me the next time we live and we got a good crowd in there, just put it in the chat and remind me, and I will drop the link. I will.
Hey, me too.
I will make this.
Why is checking you, boo?
My too.
Jesus, checking you, boo. My gosh, it's like.
See what you don't started checking your boo. But I love you so much.
My too. I want Confessions to win too. That's why y'all know I be over here. Listen, I missed your recap last week of SOA, but I'm gonna have to catch this week. You making me have to go back and binge it again. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm great.
Shoot.
Let me tell y'all can I tell you my son's, I don't want to change the subject. My son's anarchy story. I don't know if y'all know my testimony. So I'm going to give you the short version of my testimony. It's actually been about 7 years now. About 7 years ago, literally on a Sunday morning, my body just started attacking itself. And I lost the ability to walk.
What?
From the waist down, I could not feel anything, and I was in the hospital. This is the short version of the story, child. I was in the hospital for about 3 months. I had to learn how to walk all over again. They never figured out what happened. They just know that it was an autoimmune something that happened in my body, right? They ran tests, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying all that to say this. During that time period is when I binged a lot of shows, because up until that point, there were a lot of shows I didn't watch, and I had my little Kindle in the hospital with me, and if I couldn't find nothing good on the hospital TV and I didn't sleep well in the hospital, oh my gosh, because I'm not a sleeper. You see, I'm a night person anyway. and I would be up late at night in the hospital, and I started. There was shows that I binged, and Sons of Anarchy is one of the shows that I binged. And when I started watching it, I want to say it was the next to last season, because I ended up watching, I think, the last 2 seasons in real time. But I binged all of, how many seasons is it? Confession.
7.
So I probably binged like the first 5 while I was in the hospital, and when I got out the hospital. Because when I got out the hospital, I moved back in with my parents, because I was still the good thing was, listen, this, I say it's my testimony because I'm walking now. And when I first got in the hospital, they were asking me, well, you know, is there somebody that can move in with you to help you? Can you move your bedroom to the first floor? Do you have steps in your house? Like, they were like this, and they were like, well, how do you want to, how do you want to leave the hospital? I was like, I'm going to walk out of this hospital. And I didn't walk, because legally they couldn't let me walk. I had to roll out. But when I left the hospital, I was using a walker. Yeah. When I left the hospital, I was using a walker. And then I went from the walker to the cane. And I was living with, I got out of the hospital week before Christmas. I was in the hospital for Thanksgiving, but the week before Christmas, I got released. And I moved back in with my parents, and I lived at my parents' house until like March. They finally cleared me to go home. Cleared me to go home in March. My sister was in my house holding things down at my house, and I was living with my parents. And I remember I was so bored. I was bored out of my mind, because I'm used to doing stuff, and I wasn't doing YouTube then. So if I had been doing YouTube, child, I'd been vlogging, all of that. But I wasn't doing YouTube then. And I would just watch TV all the time, watch movies. I binged Sons of Anarchy. I binged Bones. I binged what's that? The show? Oh shit. Damn. Oh shoot. A bunch of stuff like that. But I binged oh shoot. That show, it still comes on now, NBC. Shit. Anyway, I binged a bunch of stuff, y'all. A bunch of shows. But Sons of Anarchy was, so I love the Sons, because when I say I could not stop from the first episode, I was like, oh my gosh, I could not stop. Yes, to God be the glory. Yep, that's my. I'm telling you, that's my.
So you could not teach. Why? And you are still teaching. You could not teach at this point.
Yeah, I was out of work. I was on like short-term disability. I went back to work part-time. I went back to work part-time in February. I went back to work. I started back gradually. So when I first went back to work, I was going to work 2 days a week for half a day. And then it was 2 days a week, a full day. And then, it just gradually it went like that. But yeah, no, I was out of work for about 5 months, maybe 5, 6 months. Yeah. Oh, it was, and again, so I like I said that's my testimony. Because like I said, they act like I wasn't gonna walk again, and I was like, I don't know who you talking about.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna walk out.
Hallelujah. Yes. I love
but
that.
Yeah, but checking you, boo, just remind me. And yes, I will definitely drop the link, and I will definitely, because listen, y'all know how we do. We support each other, and you have good content. Mod, I have an idea for something me and you can work on together, and I'm serious about that. I do. I have an idea for something me and you can work on together. I'm just laughing. Mod.
I'm waiting.
Mod, I don't want to say it out loud because I want it to be. If it works out, it's gonna work out. But I'll talk to you about it. Okay. I kind of mentioned to you before, but it's something I want to work on together. Ooh, child, hold on a second. Ooh, I got you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, I have to watch it again and come back Monday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
I'm watching it
episode by episode. I'm about to do episode 3, me and Dina. So, BB, join Monday nights and come recap it with us because we be having a good old time. I will remind you, both confessions and my happy spirits.
You better.
We love you, Checky, you boo. We love you. KK back in the building. KK
You know,
back in
but
the building.
confession. You know, when Ruby was saying, you know, what the doctors told her, and she was like, I don't know. Remember, you and I have shared that conversation. We said, you know,
Yes.
we've been there.
Yeah.
We have gone through that, and the doctors have told us many things. We'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is not. Don't give me that message.
Hold on. Checking you, boo. You don't know about SOA, Sons of Anarchy?
Sons of Anarchy. Hey, KK.
It is an old show that came on. It is 14 years ago. The very first episode aired this month. And it's been off the air for 7 years now. It's 7 seasons. But it is about a motorcycle club and a knit family within the club and all of the members and all of the things that goes on. Find out about Jax Teller.
Wait, is it a reality TV?
Sam Crow.
Is it a reality TV or just a show?
Come by Monday night, checking you, boo, and see what Sons of Anarchy is about. I'll tell you that. How about that? Yes, but really, B, I want you to binge watch again because I want you to be a guest and come on and watch it. And come on and be a guest on one of my episodes of review.
Well, Ruby, I am interested. What you tell me what you were gonna say, or you wanna say this behind this?
I'll tell you behind the scenes because it is not because I don't want to jinx it. If it works out, it'll be great, and if it doesn't,
it's gonna work out.
We'll figure out something else to do together.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and I'm going to be reviewing that too when it comes back, BB. Yes. What? Look, I'm like I feel left out now. What y'all do? What y'all about to do?
I know people say that. I know people say that, but
my timeline don't work. So whatever time y'all gonna do it, I probably won't be available any daggone way. It don't even matter. But I hope it works out. If I do, I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna definitely be in the chat. Definitely. But yeah, but dang, really, be. I did not know all that happened to you. That is I love that testimony. That is what's up. Like, thank you for sharing that, because, girl, that's a miracle. Yes. You say you was not giving up. Like, nope, I will walk.
I kind of wish, I'll be honest, I kind of wish that I was vlogging back then.
I know.
Yeah, I wish I was vlogging back then. Yeah,
girl,
it was. I mean, like I said, I've told the whole story on my channel before. I think I did it as a story time. I believe I did it as a story time.
Oh, okay. I want you to send me the link because I want to hear the whole thing in its entirety.
Yeah,
you can find it. Send me the link because I want to know it.
All right. Wait, I remember where the hell it. Okay.
I don't say you. I'm just playing with him because you know how she is. I had to be funny with her. No, because I don't need no more because I got a new show that I'll be starting at the beginning of the year called Melanin and Mimosas. So I got a lot of time.
Melanin and Mimosas. Okay.
Yeah. So I just figured out what I want the concept to be about. So you know how we just like now we come here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, but here we are to talk about Sons of Anarchy. So what I figured I'm gonna do is I want to talk about everything that happened. I want to talk about a variety of shows at one time with, you know, a group of women, and also talk about, you know, women's stuff like hair care, makeup, skin regimens, stuff like that. The whole thing. It's a place where the girls get together to just unwind. Melanin and Mimosas.
That sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time.
It is. You know, no drama, just chilling, talking, catching up, things we heard, learned about throughout the week on social media, TV shows, what we watching, what books we reading, all that type of stuff. You know, just keeping it easy, just keeping it funky.
Easy breezy. All right, y'all. But I'm going to bed.
I was just about to say, any closing arguments, anything y'all want to say before we head up on out of here? Really, B, I thank you for coming through every single time.
Once again, thank you for letting me up. You know, I enjoyed talking to you ladies.
Oh, it's always a good time when you come through.
Yes, always.
And Ma,
Ma,
I will hit
anything
you
you
up.
want to put out
I
there?
will hit you up, Miss Ma.
Please. Yeah, and if you don't, I'm gonna
Matter of
remind you
fact.
because you're not very active on our panel. So I'll be reminding you.
Oh, you mean on the in the group chat?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm one of those people. I'm really bad. I'm one of those people that'll read the message and then be like, "Oh, I'm gonna reply," and then never go back and reply. I read everything
do
y'all
that.
say.
I be feeling
I
so
read
bad.
everything that y'all say, but I don't reply all the time.
Yeah. All right.
I'll
I'll
be
hit
the
it up.
same way. I'll be the same way. Well, all right, ladies. It's been a great time.
Hold on,
Ma,
Ma, look at the
I will see you
Ma, look
Tuesday
at
for
the
Bell
private chat.
Collective.
Okay.
And really, B, you know you're always welcome. You just let a girl know.
Okay.
All right, everyone in the
I'm trying
chat,
to
thank
type
y'all
this
for coming through. Thanks for watching. I'm out this nasty thing.